Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a unicorn look, so if you'd like to see what I do, just keep on watching. So if I seem low energy and just kind of look like I'm tired or sick, it's because I am. I got sick 2 days ago and yeah, I still haven't gotten over it. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm going to go into the ColourPop Ooh La La palette, and I'm going to start off with the shade Poodle right here. And I'm just taking that on a Wet n Wild blending brush, and I'm going to run that into the crease of my eye. I'm going to be doing a fairly simple eye look today, so I'm not going to be doing anything super detailed. Then next I'm going to be going into the shade Sandbar right here. And I'm just going to be using the same brush, and I'm going to run that into my crease as well. So let's see, this look is going up on Sunday, and then for Tuesday I'm going to be, let's see, what is it? I'm going to be doing Mia from the Evil Dead remake. I don't know what year it came out, but it's the movie Evil Dead. The girl, main girl, Mia, who is the main character. I'm going to be doing that look for next Tuesday. And then I think I'm either after that going to be having a robot look going up, my steampunk robot look going up, or I'm going to be doing what was it? Just like a wearable Halloween type look. Okay, and then next I'm going into the shade Caddy, which is this purple shade right here. And I'm just going to tuck that right onto the outer corner using the same brush one more time. I am going to be doing a half cut crease look, but I'm not going to be cutting the lid. I'm just going to be adding the shimmer onto my lid, so it's a little more soft. And I'm only doing that shade right on the outer corner. I'm not going to be dragging it into the crease, just where it's going to be on the lid. Okay, the next for my lid shade, I'm going into the BH Cosmetics Foil Eyes palette, and I'm going to be taking this frosty greenish shade right here. And I'm going to be putting that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. I'm just going to use a damp brush. And then I'm just going to start from the inner portion. And drag it along. Then just taking that brush I used for the outer corner and the rest of my eye, just going to make sure I blend everything nice and together by going back and forth. Now for the lower lash line, I want to have it blue, so I'm going to be going into the ColourPop Blue Moon palette, and I'm taking the shade Starry Eyed right here. And I'm going to just take this eyeshadow brush from e.l.f. It's kind of like flat, like fluffy at the same time. And I'm going to dip into that. And then I'm just going to sweep that on my lower lash line. I'm going to drag it down a little far because this is a fairly light color and I wanted to make sure it actually shows up pretty well. And if need be, I'm going to go back into that first brush and slightly drag out the color on the top to match up with where the blue is. And then I'm taking the shade Fine China from that same palette, which is this darker blue. And then I'm just going to use the same brush, put it on the very tip of the brush, and then run it closest to my lower lashes. So I'm still debating on what I want to do for lashes, because I think I am going to wear false lashes, but I think I want to do colored lashes. I don't know. I'm still debating, so I'm going to hold off on that. But first, for the base, I'm going to go into the Pure Cosmetics Mineral Glow Bronzing Powder. And I'm going to use a fluffy angled face brush, and I'm just going to sweep that on there. And then I'm going to use that to lightly warm up my skin because I don't want to be too bronzy or too contoured for this look. I'm just going to sweep some of it right here along my nose. And then for blush, I'm going into the Pretty Vulgar Make Them Blush in the shade Prim Vixen. This is like my go-to cool toned blush for looks like this because it's pretty intense. And for this look, I want it to be kind of intense because it is unicorn, you know, mythical creatures and etc., etc. And I'm going to be using the Royal & Langnickel Moda flat, fluffy type brush. I'm going to just pack that on there. And then I'm going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. And then bring it upward on the cheekbones and the temples. And then I'm going into the Broadway Colors Contour Artist Powder in the shade Light Medium. I'm going to be taking this darkest shade right here. And I'm going to just take a little bit and apply to the highest points of my cheekbones. Just because I want a slight contour, but not too intense. Now, obviously, this is going to be a very colorful look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing color along the bridge of my nose and along the sides right here. And it's going to be out of this BH Foil Eyes palette because I want it to be shimmery, but then I want multiple colors. So I'll have like a color in the center and then different colors on the sides and fade out to nothing. So yeah, I'm going to figure out what brush I need to use for this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to just be using, I think, a fluffy brush like this. This is from Wet n Wild. It's kind of like fluffy, but kind of flat at the same time. And I think I'm going to start off with this purple shade right here. I'm hoping this turns out all right. I mean, I'm sure it's going to emphasize my pores like no other, but we shall see. I'm first going to just try it dry and see if it shows up well enough, like that. But I'm going to start on the center of my nose with this shade. When it gets to the ends, I'm going to make sure it's softer. Okay, so far so good, I suppose. And I'm going to be dragging this along the sides as well. Okay, then next I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take that green shade I used on my lids, right here, and I'm going to put that on either side of the purple. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take this very light pink shade. I don't know if it's going to show up pink or if it's just going to show up straight up white. But I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to use the same brush And I'm going to apply that on the very outer portions and blend it into my blush. Might add just a little bit of this to the tip of the nose and to my Cupid's bow for highlight. And I might even add some of this to my chin. Okay, and then I'm going to take, there's a white in here, and I am going to just pop that on the inner corner of my eye look. Okay, now that I am super glowy, I think I'm going to go in with some face paint and do like little like starburst type of effects as like freckles along here. So let me grab that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to be going into my CC Beauty cream paint palette. This is a hot mess, so please pardon it, but I am taking the white shade right here, and I'm going to use that to do the starburst freckle type thing. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but you'll see it as I go. I'll speed up this process, but make sure it's not too fast so you can see exactly how I'm doing it. But I'm just going to coat my, I'm using a fine tipped paintbrush for this, and I'm just going to coat it in the white and then jump right in.
Girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done.
Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to apply some lipstick. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Lust Liquid Catsuit lipstick in the shade Pink Really Hard. Okay, and then I made this horn that I'm going to be attaching. I'm going to throw on a wig cap first because I don't think I'm going to be able to really get this on, get the wig on, a wig cap on after I get this on, but I'm going to be placing this horn. It's the same concept I used for my horns in my succubus look, and I do have a tutorial for that from last Halloween. Pretty much what I do is I take modeling clay, air dry clay, and then shape them into the horns that I want, allow that to dry for about 24 to 48 hours, and then apply liquid latex on top of that, once a few coats of it actually, to make it nice and thick. Once that is completely dry, then you peel it off slowly to make sure nothing tears after you powder it and all that, so it doesn't get tacky and stick together. And then you stuff it with cotton, and you pretty much have a horn. This is kind of a shitty paint job, but I did it late last night and I wasn't feeling good because I forgot that I was going to be doing this look today. So yeah, I'm going to apply that right here with liquid latex after I get my wig cap on, so I will be right back. Okay, that's pretty much dry, so I'm going to be going back into the CC Beauty cream paint palette, and I'm taking this dark blue shade right there. And I'm going to use that to just blend along the lower part of the horn so it looks blended. There was still a bit of white on this brush, so it kind of made it a little lighter, but that's fine. Then if you want, you could just take a eyeshadow brush or something and blend it into your skin more.
I think the girls with their nails done now.
Okay, now I'm going to throw on my wig and then, actually no, I think I might do eyelashes first. I was thinking if I should throw on the wig first or lashes, but I think I'll just do lashes so that they're not too in the way. I am going to quickly line my eyes with a little bit of black eyeliner, and then I'll put on the lashes. Let's see, what lashes do I want to use actually? Let me choose those first. I think I'm going to choose something slightly thin, because I think I am going to be putting some face paint on them. I'm going to use these ones because I feel like I will be able to get the face paint on them a lot better. I'm going to be using a water activated face paint from Snazaroo. I'll repeat that again when after I get these on, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I threw on my wig, and these lashes are more once again a pain in the butt. The inner corners do not want to stay down. But I'm going in with a mixture of blue and white, mostly white, just a little bit of blue, water activated face paint from Snazaroo. What I'm going to do is I'm taking a spoolie and I coated it with it, and then I'm going to make sure I don't get any of my wig, brush this into the lashes to give them a slight white tint. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of this look. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, or if you want to, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!